George R. Hoyta, Lyceum, October 12, 2010. Justice is never given, only served. Second entry. Shaken, not stirred. After reading the book, You Call This a Democracy, by Paul Keville, I was left with almost a sense of despair. The book is one of the required texts from Dr. Shepard's crime investigation class. It deals with the ruling elite and the class system, how they came into power, and how they maintain power. The reason this book left me with a bad spirit is because Keville clearly articulates the mechanics of this corrupt system of injustice, which brings home the cold reality that it will be harder to serve justice to this system than I had originally anticipated. I didn't think it would be a cakewalk, by no stretch of the imagination, but I didn't think that it was almost impossible, until now. My faith was shaken. Last week in Lyceum, a young man from Jamaica, Sean, proclaimed that since he was serving in the United States military, he should also receive United States citizen status. To me, this sounded logical. Kara, however, seemed to disagree. When Amna, the young lady from Pakistan, pointed out that we are all immigrants, said the Native Americans, Kara referred to a homicide bomber in the U.S. from her country. I like Kara, but this argument turned my stomach. We are here at Evergreen State College, Tacoma, to make cycles and break cycles. The first cycle every person of color should seek to break, in my opinion, is the unjust cycle of white supremacy. To this day, all we can think about is getting a position with the oppressor of all people of color and fighting to uphold this corrupt system to the point of arguing why other people of color, even those of the same race, should continue to be disenfranchised. All we want is a job. My faith is shaken. What are we doing here if we aren't setting transcendent goals? Goals of changing ourselves in order to change the system? Don't get it twisted, I am a fan of Obama, I support Obama, I'm happy he is president, and would never work with the universal enemy by criticizing him on television to be used as a black cat's paw against acceptable change. He is the best man for the job and a sign of a change in direction for the world. However, I hate the system, and at the end of the day, Obama is just a brilliant black man in a position to manage the affairs of the ruling class. The ruling class controls everything, and until there is a leveling of power, there will always be injustice. In fact, we as people of color have ceased to criticize the government because we have a colored president who we can live vicariously through and say to ourselves, we have arrived. Obama could not even criticize the police for their blatant injustice without having to backpedal. If he as the president cannot point out wrongs against people of color, I don't see how I can serve justice, even as a criminal attorney, regardless of the undisputed evidence against this system. Our people claim they want revolution, but they want legal revolution. And there is no such thing. Laws are only as effective as the people who enforce them, and as we can see, they can be changed, manipulated, or outright eliminated whenever it suits the ruling class. Although my faith has been shaken, my resolve has not been stirred. I will become a criminal attorney, but I now know that the fight won't end there. I guess I'll have to figure it out as I go. What can be done about the brainwashed, intellectual masses, which are so dependent on this corrupt system? They will fight to maintain it.
What's happened, officer? Well, little Bo Peep here has lost their sheep and she doesn't know where to find them. Look, if you just leave them alone, I'm sure they'll come home, wagging their tails behind them.
Everybody in the business is a criminal. And how can you ever trust a criminal?
Go!